Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Zen Lounge. In this episode, we have a very special guest, the top builder on the coreum blockchain right now, founder of Coreum Labs. I'm here with Helwan, and he's going to be taking us through an advanced walkthrough of the cruise control platform. What's going on, man? How's it going? You excited to, you're going to be launching a bunch of cool things August 1st, right? That's 2 days
Yeah,
away. Are you excited?
yeah, we're getting here. Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's amazing. It's been a lot of work, but everything is coming together, and yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
So before we get started into the walkthrough, this morning I woke up before I even had coffee. I woke up at 6 a.m. and Mike was dropping bombs on the timeline. And then Bob joined, Reza joined. So let me read this tweet real quick. And I want to know your thoughts because Mike this morning posted, what if Sologenic and Corium join forces with other partners, combining deep tokenization expertise with a scalable L1 infrastructure to build something the market hasn't seen yet? Imagine a single streamlined gateway where broker dealers, asset originators, and institutions tap into the full real world asset stack, tech, RWA marketplace, and compliance all in one. A move like this could change the game for the everyone in the space, and you'll want to be a part of it. And then Bob responded immediately after saying, in my opinion, both Sologenic and Corium should join forces, relocate to the US, unite with key partners, and rise as one unstoppable force. Time to build a giant. Time to own the market. And he had hashtag American company, American dream. There's my USA meme right here. But then also Reza, who has been very quiet, mentioned they a mega ecosystem. They're laser focused on one objective. So,
hmm
and this has been like a tagline I've seen you posted too. He says, "Become one." So I just threw a bunch at you. What's
Yeah,
your
it's yeah,
takeaway for these posts that we got this morning? Like, what do you think?
yeah. It's funny. Like yesterday, Cruise Control tweeted like all in one. Like we retweeted Robinhood, and so when you look at Mike's tweets, like the streamlined like gateway interface that is, I think he's talking about Sologenic, and the L1 infra, he's talking about Coreum, right? Um, you have that team that have like that big expertise in everything that has to do with tokenization, building front-end application that works very well. And you have Coreum, that's that layer one that is specialized, that is purpose-built for AWA and all those different like financial use cases. So I think it's just like this week, like it doesn't surprise me. It's just saying that we have Sologenic, which is like the execution engine that is going to build on Corium, which is the layer one that is like really like the best layer one for this type of use cases.
Wow, well, you must be excited to be part of this team, part of this ecosystem, especially finding out about the like moving over to the States, America. I have heard that American-based crypto projects are going to be like exempt from certain types of taxes. I don't know much about this, when this is going to happen, but this could be, extremely bullish. But yeah, you're right. So the L1 infrastructure, Corium, the gateway, the Sologenic gateway that we've been studying and researching. So this seems like it's going to
AWA
be,
marketplace.
yeah, it seems like it's going to be huge and bigger than just solo text. It's kind of how I see this.
I think the goal, what he's trying to outline here is you're gonna have solo text, which is gonna be like one of the key players, right? But for an ecosystem to be successful, you need other players, right? You need competitors to create like that synergy between different platforms, and I think that's what Reza is saying as well, like a group
Laser
of
focused.
laser focus. And what was the first thing he said? He said a
A
mega
mega
ecosystem.
ecosystem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
a mega
exactly.
ecosystem.
And mega. So it's getting here. Like honestly, like we have that L1, we have the order book. Like I know it's been pretty quiet on the order book side, but that piece of technology that is at the protocol level, it's here for that, for tokenization and for real world assets.
It looks like they've been discussing this a lot. I didn't even realize this, but a couple days ago, like a week ago, Mike also posted, and he rarely posts, right? And he just started posting a lot. He says, not offshore, not hype, built in America and fully compliant. So it seems like Bob and Mike have really been talking about, making this an American crypto project based on the
Yeah.
tweets. So this is
I
really
think it's
exciting news to see. Go
no,
ahead.
it is. It is. I think it's shifting, like before Trump, like the innovation was made offshore because of all, like super strict regulation, like Gary Gensler and all his team like not being open to crypto, the whole administration, to be honest. But know that it has shifted, like it's time to bring back the innovation where the actual markets are, like which is in the US.
Heck yeah, man. Well, this is also happened the same day as we got all these tweets. The U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent publishes the roadmap to make America a crypto superpower. Yeah, you're right. Everyone was going to Dubai when Gary Gensler was here. Everyone was scared of
Yep.
the SEC. Everything has done a complete shift. Now, like this is the place to be. But the real reason why we're here today is to showcase your project, and basically walk us through some of the cool features that are going to be available to Coreum users that have their Coreum wallets and have some Coreum in there for the transaction fees. Uh,
hmm
you want to start with the ethos of what you're building and the vision?
Yeah, 100%. So when you look at like all the different blockchain ecosystem, like Ethereum, Solana, BNB, so on, like they all have one thing in common, and it's that they have this set of components, this set of protocols that lay off the ground for users and institutions to come on. You have like DeFi, you have DEXs, you have, for example, on Solana, you have Pump.fund. So you have all those tools that enable, like, simply put, like a permissionless asset creation, right? The ability to create a financial instrument like permissionless on chain. Um, and the cruise control ecosystem, like we have the same mission, right? We want to lay off like the foundation for growth and to create like a sustainable ecosystem on Quorum. So we're gonna start with what you just said, like what we're gonna showcase, which is the Launchpad, fully permissionless, so that enable anyone to create a coin and to start assign a value to it. Super important. This is how you start to grow an ecosystem. And then after that, we'll showcase like the cruise control DEX, which is a fully permissionless again, AMM on the Ethereum blockchain, of course.
I would say you want to share your screen so people can get a visual of everything.
100%. I want it.
Well, we'll feel some alpha in this tape too, because we got something coming to the cruise control decks. That's gonna be pretty exciting, and I'm hyped about it.
Do you want to say what it is? Do you want to keep it for later?
I'll keep it for later so people could see. Save it for the right
All
time.
right. All right. Let me share my screen. Let me know when you can see it.
Okay, there we go. Beautiful interface right
Amazing.
there.
Thanks, man. So yeah, what you see here is the cruise control platform, and what it is, it's a central place where you can do everything, right? It's a hub for DeFi, for it's the entry point into the Quorum ecosystem. And soon it's going to be the entry point for institutions to create and launch their real world assets. Um, but for now, it's more targeted for retail users. So um, I'll start like by just presenting like the landing page, like what does it looks like, different type of information that you have, and yeah, if you have any question like along the way, just let me know so we can dive, take segues, and so on.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So the first thing you see like is when you are let's say you're a new user to Coreum, you are just getting into the ecosystem. The first thing that you need is an identity, right? You need a way to present yourself to others. We have like a public key, like which is the wallet address to do that. That works well. But what is really cool on the cruise control platform is that you can actually set your name, right? It's like a profile username, just like you will do like in any other Web2 platform. Um, of course, I did put my real name, but that is up to you. You can put like a pseudo, an alias. It's up to you. And another really cool thing is that you can select a profile picture as NFT, sorry, as a profile picture, and you will see that that profile picture it's and that profile stick with you like when you're interacting with the platform. Um, so let's start with the basic. So here you see the price of Coreum, you see the number of active wallets, you see the market cap, the APR, the inflation. Those numbers are a bit off because we are on testnet, so we have different metrics than the live mainnet,
Right.
but you get the jinx of it. The next step, when you are a new crypto user, what you want to do, you want to stake your asset, right? Because Coreum being a proof of stake network, if you keep your Coreum, you don't stake it, it's going to lose value, right, due to inflation. So what you will do is go to the staking page, select a validator. For example, um, if you want testing, you will see Zen Launch, which is your validator. You will see Quorum Labs, which is the company validator, and you will be able like to stake whatever amount you have, right? So let's say I want to stake 10,000 Corium, and we'll provide you with an estimate of what you're gonna make, right? For
Oh,
this month and
wow.
for the year.
So it's
Yeah,
gonna show us some metrics. Wow, we don't have this right now.
exactly. Yeah.
That's
So it's
cool.
all those, yeah, all those small things, that are pretty simple, but when you're a new user, you need that, right? To have a mental representation of what's happening, right? What does it
Yeah.
mean? When I stake, what do I earn? I secure the network, but what do I get in return? This is what
Right.
you get in return. Um, and we made it like very we try to focus as much as possible on the user experience. So here we explain in details like what is happening, what is the network APR, what is the validator commission, like how much does the validator take, how much it's in your pocket, and all this stuff. For
Wow.
example, here you see like it's 10% because that validator that I choose to delegate have a 10% commission. But if I go on, for example, Solo Nation, 0.6% commission, I look here and I see that the commission has been updated. So here I'm making more, right? I'm making like
Right.
845 per year instead of what was it? 765, right?
And that's a
So it's
USD value.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Um, so that is the first thing, right? Staking. Then we move on onto the next thing, right? Which is the portfolio. So what do you hold on the chain? What is the value of the asset that you hold? So Quorum have smart tokens, right? So it's one of the things that make it uh, perfect for RWA. So smart tokens are assets that live at the protocol level, right? Instead of being at the smart contract level, and they come with a set of features such as whitelisting, minting, burning, and so on, right? So it's super handy when you're trying to do like tokenization. Um, so here you can see a different asset, right? Those assets or assets that have been issued on the Launchpad. We go on here like in a couple of minutes, but it gives you like a good overview of like the total value of the portfolio, how much is available, and what is staked, right? Available being like the difference between the total value minus the staked asset. And of course, what you can do, you can send those assets, right? You select, let's say I want to send some of this token to someone, boom, I paste the amount, I paste the destination address, and that's it. Can send, receive, all the good stuff.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so that is like for the basic, right? Which is things that you are doing as a user, not even being a poor user, but when you just join Quorum, just join the blockchain, right? Well, let's get into the cool stuff, right? So the Launchpad. So
This
Every blockchain. Oh, sorry, go for it.
this was launching August 1st, yeah?
Yeah, correct, correct.
Cool. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
get
the
into it.
Launchpad and the DEX. Yeah, let's get into it. So the one of the things that is important for a blockchain ecosystem is the ability to create a financial asset in a fully permissionless manner, and that's what made like Ethereum like one of the big chain, and it's even like the um the the ethos of Bitcoin, right? Create a permissionless financial asset on chain, right? And that's what made like Bitcoin what it is today.
Hmm.
So based on that, we created like the Launchpad, right? So the cruise control Launchpad is a way for you to launch your token in seconds, right? And following a bonding curve, the token will find its value automatically, meaning that the price is a function of the supply. So the more tokens that are minted, the higher the price. Um, so here, for example, I go like into Tesla, which is a token that I created, and here, what you have is basic information about that token, right? You have the market cap, the max supply, the price, the total volume, the number of tokens that are left. And by the way, all those metrics, for example, max supply is the same for all tokens, right? This is how, as a user, you can trust the platform and you don't even have like to think about tokenomics because the tokenomics are the same for all those different projects.
So creators don't
Um,
get to choose their own max supply. It's already like,
exactly. It's already built in.
so
You
what
don't
is
even
that?
have to
What
think
is
about
that
it.
max supply? What, 10 million?
10 million tokens. Yeah.
10 million tokens. Okay.
Yeah.
So that'd be the default setting.
That'd be the default setting. Exactly. This is how we choose to roll out the first version, right, of the Launchpad to make it easy for everyone to understand. But the way it's built, because everything you see, so this is the front end, right? This is the cruise control platform. On the back end, what's happening is that there is a smart contract, right? So every time you buying and selling, we call a smart contract, and that smart contract is built. It's actually a set of smart contracts, but they are built in a way that is super modular, meaning that we can change that max supply if we want. We can change that initial price. We can change that graduation threshold. Everything is super modular. Um, and the reason I'm saying that is because this foundation that we made, we will use it for other use cases, right? It's not only for that Launchpad, but will be something that we use for other projects as well.
Cool.
Why don't we try to buy? So let's try to buy, let's say like 1,000 coreum of Tesla. Here you can see we get like 40,000, right?
Right.
As an output. If I put more, I'm getting more, right? And so on. This calculation is all made by the smart contract. So there is no way that the user gets fooled. Everything is 100% verifiable on chain, right? And there is no slippage. The way we implement it, it's a mathematical function um, that induce no slippage. So what you see is what you get. So when I put 1,000 coreum, I'm getting a 40,000 Tesla. If I buy, boom, let's try to buy. Perfect. Boom. The trade went in. I received my Tesla. You have a cool alert, and the chart is moving up. And the price also is moving up, by the way. I don't know if you notice. Um, but here, like the price, okay, let's try again. Let's put another 1,000, all right? So now the price is 0.2452, right?
Hmm.
And now the price has increased 0.28, 0.2481, right? Meaning that because the supply did increase, the price increased as well because there is scarcity, right? This is induced by the protocol, and this is how we made price discovery, right, for all those assets, pretty much. And the same thing, right? If you want to sell, let's say I want to sell 10,000 of my Tesla, right? I'm able to sell, so I'm able like to get back the liquidity that I put at any moment.
Right.
Um,
So for the people that have played around and experimented with Pump.Fun, this would be like the coreum new and improved version of it, would you say?
yeah,
Okay.
pretty
So
much.
people have a
Same
reference.
mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
then when enough, so it says right here there's 1,014,000 Teslas left, so there's not that much left, so the price is higher. And then when all these
Yeah,
tokens sell, basically what's going to happen is this progress is going to be completed at 100%, and then it's going to
correct.
be sent to the cruise control decks, and then all that liquidity will be in a liquidity pool for basically the token to launch with sufficient liquidity for there to be a healthy trading environment, right? That's kind of like the vision.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's the vision. Like to provide a trading venue that is more stable, where the liquidity is locked, right? Um,
And then also the thing that we were talking about too is the developer creator doesn't get to print tokens out of thin air and say, oh, I'm keeping 30% of the supply for myself. They have to buy each token off the open market using
exactly.
this platform. So there's no like you don't have to worry about some dev dumping on you or somebody getting these free tokens and giving them away to someone that just dumps it. Everybody has
Yeah.
skin in the game, so it's supposed to be healthier environment for trading and this type of
And
stuff.
safer.
Safer, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You this is exactly what you said. Like it's a way for everyone to trade in a safe manner where everything is visible, there is no pre-allocation, there is nothing that is shady, right? It's all on chain, everyone got the same chance to participate. And I believe that this is how you create like a healthy DeFi ecosystem, right? That bring user, that bring capital, where everyone knows that they have the same chance, like when to succeed when they participate. Um, and one thing I want to mention actually is the creator reward. So
Yeah, yeah, we gotta get into that.
yeah, because the user, the creator, sorry, or the dev, when they launch the token, the only way for them to let's say benefit from their creation, from launching the token, is if they buy early, right? So this is one way to do it. And another way that we incentivize those creators is by giving them a revenue share of the platform, right? So here, for example, you can see that I created that token, and this is the reward that I have so far. And how it works is, so the platform is taking a fee on every buy and sell, right? And on this fee, what we do is we give back to the creator, right? We give a certain percentage back to the creator so that it makes sense for him, right? Um, when we're going to launch a platform, first, we're going to make it very substantial for creators. We're going to make it like 30% of what the platform make is going to go directly to creators, right?
Wow.
To incentivize token creation. Um, and again, like to align everyone. So cruise control, the creator, the dev, and the users. What we did is this reward you can only claim when the token graduates, right? Um, so that gives you even more incentive to the token creator, like to work on marketing
Push it,
and
yeah.
make this token a success, pretty much.
That's a good idea.
Um,
So then they can't just go and just launch a bunch of just shit coins and just it makes them like complete
extract, yeah,
the job.
exactly.
Yeah, it makes them like want to push it and show
Finish the
it
line,
and
yeah, yeah,
get it past the line so they could claim
yeah.
their fruits. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
It's whole like subtle
So
tokenomics that
they're gonna
we
get
had to
paid in
think about.
coreum. They're gonna get paid in coreum.
Yeah, that's another good. Yeah, that's a good question. So the game paid in coreum, the token that you use to buy is also coreum, but as I said, like the protocol is super modular, so we have the ability to, let's say tomorrow we want to update another reserve token, right? We could do, okay, now we're buying with USDC, right, or any other token. That is possible. But right now everything is in coreum, right?
Right,
Because we want to see the coreum ecosystem thrive. So the reward are also in coreum.
right.
Um, what we can do next, if we want, we can finish and went and go buy like the rest of the supply. So like this, the token will graduate, and we can showcase like the export.
Yeah, let's see the
Um,
decks. Everyone's been
okay,
excited to see the decks.
okay, so
We're gonna buy the
let's
whole entire thing with 30,000 coreum. Let's go.
let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, everyone's probably gonna want to. It's too late now, but people should probably unstake their coreum and get ready because there could be some gems launching and all your
Yeah,
coreum
you want to be ready.
staked.
That's true.
If all your
That's true.
coreum staked, you're not gonna have no ammo to purchase these memes or whatever's launching. So yeah,
That's a good
start.
point. I should have give people like a head up, to be honest.
Yeah, tell everyone to unstake, have some liquid coreum. But if people aren't staked, then they're gonna have to go buy some, which will be good for all of us. So yeah, you're not gonna want to miss these early entry on these OG memes.
Exactly. Exactly. And there is some cool things cooking. But okay, so
Oh
here
yeah, 100%.
we both like, yeah, 100%. So what's happening here is that um I own like 800 sorry, 8 million Tesla, right? I bought the whole supply basically with that account. So now what happened is that the bonding curve is completed, right? And in the back end, everything is fully done on chain, and it happened in a fraction of a second. The actually no, 1 second, right? Which is the block time
Okay.
of of Quorum. But what happened is that the bonding curve is calling the cruise control decks and is saying, okay, create a liquidity pool, right, for Tesla and Quorum, and here is the liquidity, and that is what's happening in the background. So now if we go like to the DEX, boom, we can see that we have a new Tesla core pair right here, right? And the liquidity is 2 million Tesla and 100,000 Corium, which is the reserve that was needed like to make the token graduate from 0 to 100%.
Okay.
Um, and no, just like that, we are able like to trade, let's say, I want to trade like some Corium, right, for Tesla, or let's say I want to trade like some Tesla for Corium. I can do it like if I want to get back some of my Corium. Um, okay, so here we have a little bit of slippage on the deck, so we have to put this here, and yeah, we're good.
And on this one, we could swap like USDC for it, other coins. I'll use like the IBC
Yeah,
router to.
yeah, exactly. So now like this is the Tesla Corium pair, but we're gonna have other pairs like Corium USDC,
Right.
Corium whatever, right? So you will be able like to do multi swap. Um,
And
and
then,
because it's cool, I'll go for it.
so if someone wanted to add more liquidity to this, it's an incentive just like the trading fees off of the volume
Pretty
right
much,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. In the future, maybe what we do is like we have like an incentive on top of that um, for AP providers. But right now, when you actually provide liquidity, you get LP tokens. So let's say I want to provide some of my Tesla and some of my Quorum, add liquidity, boom. And now I have, oh, interesting. Multiply dot five. Let's try a little bit more of the page. Still have too much slippage. Let's try 2%. Okay, so we did add some liquidity to the pool.
Cool.
Um, and now you can see that your asset that you have in the pool or the Tesla that you added and the quorum. And because you added liquidity, you have LP token in exchange, and those LP tokens give you access to uh, fee reward when people swap on the pool and use your assets.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, so that's pretty much the synergy between both of those components, so the Launchpad and the DEX.
Sweet. Yeah, this is do you have any visuals of like the order book decks? Like setting limit
So
orders or
that
anything?
yeah, that will come later on. So
That'll come
we're
later
gonna
on.
have an interface, yeah, for that is interface for the MM, and then we'll have an interface for the other book.
So we went over today the staking platform and how you added the improvement to be able to see how much you're going to be earning. We went over the Launchpad. We went over the DEX, adding liquidity, how simple, easy it is. There's going to be more to this platform too, right? Like, didn't you mention about like a casino coming to this platform and like tons of fun, cool things? And I imagine with the smart contract capabilities that Corium has, there'll be like all types of DeFi we could probably do with these Launchpad tokens, right? There'll be
Yep.
a lot of like cool dApps that
Think
will
about,
make
yeah,
that.
lending and borrowing,
Yeah, I
like
was thinking like
anything.
lending and borrowing.
For example, yeah.
Wow.
You know, like when you have like this foundation, so like think about because think about it right now as a Quorum user, you cannot launch a coin and assign a value to it, right?
Yeah.
So there is no way like to create value on the chain. So now with
It's
these
very
tools,
permissioned too right now. Because like
yeah.
you could create a
Oh, totally.
token, but like the chances of it passing through Pulsar governance is very hard. Like just
Yeah.
some random coin that you want to launch on your own free will. So this is going to free that all up and allow people to have that permissionless. I'm going to launch a token and let people buy into it and even degen into it, and it's just going to be
Yeah.
good for the overall ecosystem. And
And
the
that
t
that made me, yeah, that
good.
made me think we didn't even showcase like how to create a coin
Yeah, I
or
was gonna
a
say, should
pool.
we go over like looking at how easy it is to launch a token? Because some people are probably like, "Oh my gosh, this is way out of my league."
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
so
So
how simple it
we
is. Yeah, let's go over
we
that.
made it again like in a way that is super easy, right? For the end user. Like you don't need to be a developer, you don't need to know anything about smart contract development. Like it's super easy. So this is how you launch a token, right? So let's say give me a ticker or a token name and ticker.
Okay, let's do BlackRock.
Correct.
BlackRock.
BlackRock and the ticker, what is the ticker like? BlackRock as well? Rock?
Yeah, Rock
Uh
would be cool. That'd be dope.
Rock. Okay, cool. Um Actually give me one sec. Let's push this thing and let's like um download like the
Shit.
proper pictures from
Is this the right
like the
one?
back.
Now I'm like having second
Yeah.
thoughts. I'm like, fuck, should we choose something else?
I can't wait. BlackRock. Do they have like
Well, let's spill the beans on one
ooh,
thing that's gonna be coming to the Dex is we're gonna whitelist the Sigma token and allow people to bridge it over to Coreum and create a Coreum Sigma liquidity pool on the cruise control. That's gonna be fun. And get a bunch of
yes,
the
sir.
XRPL degens over to Corium and Cruise Control to participate and use Sigma in the ecosystem. That's gonna be cool. So that's one thing we got cooking up.
Yeah, exactly. So pretty up about that. That's gonna be really cool. Like any token coming from the XRPL can be bridged to Quorum, right? Through the bridge and boom, put into like a liquidity pool on Cruise Control. Um, Perfect. Let me download this image real quick. Boom,
Is that Larry Fink on a
boom,
bike?
boom. Oh, that's
Well,
him,
we should
customer.
create. Well, we should create a Fink token. Larry Fink,
Think. Oh,
Fink,
Larry, think.
Fink token.
Okay, well, actually, let me. Okay, so
Just do. We'll come up with a better one for the day of launch.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's keep with BlackRock. I
Just
don't
keep
even
it
know where
BlackRock
to
for
get
now.
it.
We'll launch the Larry Fink token on day one. That'll be sick. Larry Fink just sees a meme coin named after him, and then he buys up all the Corium right after.
Everything is possible in crypto. Uh,
Wow, it's that
what was?
easy. It's that easy.
Yeah,
So you could
it's.
choose a dex that says choose cruise control or choose Pulsera.
I
So you
got
could choose which one you want.
Yeah, for now it's like it's gonna be only only sorry, cruise control, but in the future, like I would love to expand, and propose like a way like to create the liquidity pool or to make the token graduate to Pulsara. Like if there is a way to do it, I'm all for it. We just have to pass like that, as you mentioned, like that governance proposal, right? Which is not easy. Okay, boom. So let's take this, right?
So
So it's
when you
great.
Pulsera,
Mhm.
are are you guys completely different? Are you guys competitive at all? Is there any competitiveness between you guys, or is it all just like both you guys just providing different things, different tools to the ecosystem?
Yeah, I think so Pulsara is a DEX, right? So joint cruise control is also a DEX. The difference is that we do not have that DAO mechanism, right? So anyone can create a token. At the end of the day, it's also like Pulsar is a competitor, right? Because they have like a way for you to trade tokens, and we also have a way to trade tokens, right? Um, but it's a healthy competition at the end of the day, right? We need that to provide better rate for the user, and diversification. It's important.
I think it's good too because it's also gonna like bring out the best of you and Alberto, because then Alberto's gonna see what you're doing. It's like, okay, I need to take my
Yeah,
stuff to the next level, and I need to add some more products, and you're gonna be like, I need to add some more products, and that competition was gonna make you guys both become the best versions of
exactly,
yourselves, right?
exactly,
Like that's like I got a Magic Johnson jersey, but he'll tell you that like Larry Bird helped him become the best basketball player because he had that competitive rivalry with him. So side
exactly. Yeah,
story,
it's
yeah.
the same. It's the same. Like you cannot become the best like if you have no confrontation, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's the whole thing about like I mean you get it, right? But okay, so let's launch the token. So that was super easy, right? We just put like the name
It's automatically going to be 10 million
information.
tokens.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly. 10 million token, a initial market cap that is created for you. So you see, boom, the token is now
BlackRock is
created.
on coreum.
Let's do it. And as easy as that, right? And
That's
as you
sick.
said, like the supply is 10 million rock. We have 2 million that is reserved like for the DEX migration. So there is effectively 8 million of rock
Available.
that
Wow.
are available to sell. And that initial market cap also is the same for everyone, um, for all the tokens, sorry. So very streamlined tokenomics, very easy to understand. We have also a documentation website that explains it more in depth, like how does it works and things for the techies. But yeah, just like that, rock is you can trade rock, right? So let me buy rock. And something that is interesting is so you see here, like for 1,000 of rock, I get that amount of, oh, sorry, for 1,000 of quorum, I get that amount of rock, right? So if I go and I buy,
So the
making
market
that
cap
first,
starts at 2,400 automatically.
yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
And then it
And now, like
graduates at 50,000.
yeah, more or less. I think it's like
Oh,
300,000 quorum. So depending of like the price, but yeah, something like this.
wow.
And yeah, what I was saying is like, so 1,000, and now if I try to buy another 1,000, you can see that I'm getting less rock, right? For the same amount of quorum. So what does it mean? It's like the price of rock increased because the supply decreased.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's and you can see like the creator just made like some reward, right? Because of my trade.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Super simple. I feel like it's retarded proof. You could just go in here and boom, 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 and you learn how to do this a couple clicks. So it's super
yeah,
clean, pretty explainable. And yeah, it could be if you get in at the bottom then at 2,400 market cap and it graduates at 50K. What is that? That's like I'm not that good at math, but like 20 over 20x.
Yeah, for 20x, yeah.
Yeah,
So let's say
20x.
you put 1,000 coreum, now you have like wait, 20 40, right? 40,000. Tw 20,000, sorry. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see what this is gonna come because there's gonna be different types of projects coming. There's gonna be like super legit projects that come and really blow people's minds. And there's probably gonna be some PvP stuff happening here, casino stuff, and it's gonna
Yeah.
bring activity and fun to the chain. So this is definitely really cool. I think you also didn't mention the TGE points. Do we want to cover that?
Yeah, 100%. So one thing that is important for all project, right, is to have a great community right from the get-go. Like the initial community is like it's what is the most important. And how do you make sure that you have like an awesome community from the get-go is by rewarding them, right? Very well, right? And take care of them. So every time that you made a trade on the platform, right? Whatever it is like a DEX trade or like a trade on the Launchpad, you're gonna see that your TG points are increasing. Um,
So that's
and
token
that
generation event, or what does that mean?
Yeah,
TGE.
pre token generation event points. And this is how we track, your participation in the platform and how we're gonna make sure to reward you and take care of you when we go live with the token.
So on August 1st, when we could go to this platform, will everybody be at zero, or is there
Everybody will
ways
be at zero. Yeah,
everyone be
yeah,
at zero? So you have a
yeah.
TGE points leaderboard to motivate people to climb the ranks, and you could have bragging rights by being the number one guy with your profile pic and your name right there. Hopefully it's me. That'd be sick.
Yeah,
Just put it up
we'll
there, Zen Lounge. Yeah, number
I
one.
mean, why not? Like I'll think about it, but I'm all for it. Like if like maybe like as you said, like the first one get to have his free promotion banner here. Why not? Um, that could be something as well. Um,
Yeah, and
and
leaderboards always are good. That's always good to have. It really motivates people. And then what is this on the bottom corner? You have your Corium news all in one place too, huh? How does it
yeah,
get the
yeah.
news?
So situation awareness, right? How do you? It's really like a 360 platform. So we want people to be able to be aware of like what's happening on the on the on CT, right? On crypto Twitter. So we have a feed that show the different news of what's happening. I'll make sure to have like Bob, Reza, Mike, like Quorum as well, but we'll give you like that view into what's happening, right?
Yeah.
Who is talking about Quorum pretty much.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wonder if you could
Um,
even add like a community forum in here where like you could talk about the
yeah,
deeper like governance proposals here and things that you wouldn't want to talk on like to the entire crypto Twitter, like somewhere where you could talk just to Corium
yeah, the niche.
fanatics. We could talk about like the things that the whole entire world doesn't need to know about, but like just things only to Corium would be kind of cool, like a little chat box somewhere. But this is just the beginning stages. Like as this platform is generating revenue and people are trading and fees are generated, L1 Corium Labs becomes more powerful and they're gonna keep building out this and building more apps and
Exactly.
we're also going to be adjusting things, maybe 50K, maybe we need to raise it, maybe we need to lower it,
Yeah,
and like make little modifications as the
yeah,
product is rolled out. So like that's a cool thing about Quorum too, right? It's pretty easy to build on and make changes as we go and really come out with a
yeah,
polished, perfected product.
exactly. Like it's still the beginning, but I believe it's like there's been a lot of project that tried to, and frankly speaking, that received a big amount of money, right? I'm talking about Whelp, Lunar Space, Value Master, all those guys that I was supervising when I was at Quorum. that never deliver, right, on what the receiver grant for. And we did it, right? With very few funding, we made something that is working, that have innovation, that is fully on chain, and that I think will provide like a lot of value. So um, yeah, really happy to like to be here today, like showcasing that. It means a lot for me.
Yeah, I mean, everything looks super smooth. Looks like you've been doing this for a very long time, man. So shout out to you. Yeah, this is exactly what we've been needing because there's so many communities and people interested in Corium, but there's not many, apps that we could use to really like do a lot of cool stuff. And like, look what happened to XRP Ledger. XRP Ledger was it's had phases, when everyone's on it, then no one's on it, and it's very
Yeah,
and then the first Ledger application came out and everything
yeah,
just skyrocketed. The activity on chain and the amount of people using
yeah,
it. So hopefully cruise control has that same effect that first Ledger had to
100%.
and
Yeah,
that's the same thing that happened with Solana. Solana
yeah,
was successful, but then when Pump Fund came, that's when things went up a notch, right?
went
Like
crazy. Yeah, yeah,
and it's not just this, it's not just cruise control. There's like multiple things coming to Quorum. There's solo text, there's cruise
yeah,
control. Pulsera's got stuff cooking up. So
yeah.
we're hitting people from every single angle. So one of them is gonna stick and bring tons of traffic to this blockchain, and it's gonna have like one of those effects where like overnight it just shifts, and there's a bunch of people using the chain, and it
Yeah,
just becomes a thing to do.
it's
And like everyone has, what's cool about Quorium too is we do have high APR, high inflation. Some people could look at that as a bad thing, but on the good side of it is everyone that's been here for years, staking, compounding so much, we have a bunch of rewards coming in. And eventually you're just like, damn, I'm good. Like I already have so much Quorium. I want to use Quorium to buy NFT or to
yeah,
buy things in the ecosystem. And everyone's basically printing to go, gamble on some memes or maybe launch their own
yeah.
meme. Like they could use the rewards coming in to basically as a Kickstarter for a project or another
It
investment
could
in the
be
ecosystem
it
or
could be
buying
not
a
even a
stock,
meme.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So the goal is really when you look at all those platforms and like it's kind of like in Web 2, right? How does it work? You have retail, right? That comes in early, let's say early adopters, right? Then you have institution, right? And these institutions, like then they they create like the foundation for retail mass adoption. So I think we're like in between like step one and step two, like between retail and enterprise. And what is important is to generate traffic, right? To get users, retail, and also like to get this the eyeballs of those enterprise. Because the network need to be used, we need to showcase that it can sustain like those 7,000 TPS, and what best to actually create, right, and do those these type of transactions. Real quick, last thing I want to show you, man, is the pool creation, right? So we went over like the Launchpad, how to create a token, and now we can you can also create a pool, right? Complete. So you don't even need to if you only want to create a trading avenue for your token, you go here, create a pool, you select the token. On mainnet, we're gonna have all the good stuff, right? Solo,
Can you,
XRP,
are you gonna have solo on it, huh? Can you,
Sigma.
can you, can you create a token just by creating a token without going through the Launchpad approach or no?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet. But what you could do is you go on Pulsara. I think you can, or even like on, I think there is that thing, there is Token Hub, right? If you go on the Token Hub right here, you can create your token, right? You create your
Oh, right
token.
here. Does it
Yeah.
take coding
You-
skills?
no, 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 no.
No.
That is something that I worked on when I was at Quorum, actually.
So it's just
Um,
that easy right here.
yeah, you create the token, you put symbol, subunits, URL. You can select the different features, right? So those are the smart features of what I was talking about. Minting, burning, whitelisting, very useful when you need to enable like on-chain KYC, for example, and all the good stuff. So let's say you go here, you create your token, right? And then next step is you just go on the cruise control launchpad, on the cruise control, sorry, platform. You select your token, for example, this, continue, and you set the ratio. So how much of Tesla is equal one Apple? So let's say one Tesla is equal two Apple, right? And you click next,
What if you
and you
typed in the
sell.
wrong price? Would it mess it up? That
Um,
price ratio?
pretty much, yeah. We'll mess it up, and you will need to arbitrage the pool to. I mean, the pool will arbitrage itself. Let's say if you put like you create a pool, coreum solo, right? And you put a price that doesn't reflect the real price of the asset. What's going to happen is people will come arbitrage the pool, and the price will stabilize itself
Okay.
um, over time. But yeah, so you do that, boom, you choose the liquidity. So let's say I put 10, 10. So I put 10 because it's two for one. Here I need to put 20, and that's it. I can create a pool. And what's cool here is that, and there's no other decks that do that and here is the pool, right? With the initial
That's the
liquidity.
Apple.
And that's it. And if I look at my position, it's right here.
Right.
Um, and the ability to do that in one atomic transaction is an innovation. It's super important because when you create a pool, you don't want someone else to set the ratio, right? Let's say you create the pool and someone is smart, fast enough, like to uh, put liquidity first, right? It messed up the ratio. Here you can do everything in one transaction. So yeah, just like that, you created like a trading venue for your token and a price, right? And a price. So let's say
Yeah.
you create a token, you can now set the price that you want. So you create the L1 token, and by pairing it with coreum, my asset now have value.
Yeah.
Easy as that.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome. That's gonna be fun. So let's see what the community is
Yes,
gonna cook up and launch on the Launchpad this week. It's coming up soon. Anything else that we
that's
need to
it.
cover?
No, I think we did cover everything, man. I think we have everything.
Yeah, I think people are gonna appreciate this video. Any other personal things that you got coming up, or beside anything
Yeah,
outside of cruise control you got cooking up?
yeah. So cruise control is a Quorum Labs product, right? And that is one of the things we are working on. So that's cruise control, as mentioned. We also have like something on the more like casino uh
Stuff.
type stuff that is coming. And we are also working on cruise control on RWA, right? On how to provide issuer a platform and all the tools. Think about KYC, think about all the different things that those commodity issuers need to do remote asset tokenization. So we're working on that.
So
We're also
when
working.
the real world assets eventually come over to these like permissionless platforms like cruise control, when you create your profile, would you need to like have some type of KYC on it to interact with those with the smart tokens? Is that how it'll look?
Yeah, yeah. So for let's say for gold, if you want to buy gold, all right, you will need like to KYC
Gold, you
yourself.
said?
Yeah,
Gold, you'll need a KYC yourself. So you'll add a KYC feature in your profile or will it be done differently?
exactly.
Okay.
No, we'll be super streamlined with what is here.
But then so if you
And
don't have your KYC set up, you'll just like it won't enable you to trade that asset on the platform or
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
that's
Because we
smooth.
might have,
That's
yeah,
smooth.
let's think about like a pool gold that can be paired with like a token that has been launched on the launchpad, right? But to access this pool, because one asset needs you to KYC, you're gonna need to be KYC, right? Um, so yeah, it's like the possibility are like they're limitless, right? So
Do you
um,
think I don't know if you're even able to answer this yet, but when the RWAs are first being rolled out into the Quorum blockchain, will it be a gradual, slow rollout of these like tokenized assets on these permissionless platforms, or will they stay in like a walled garden and a solo text for a certain amount of time before they flow over? Like, how do you see it playing
Yeah.
out?
I mean, for solo text, I don't know, but I think so. When you do tokenization, what is solo text is focusing on stocks, right? So I think, and they've been working on that for quite some time. So I think from day one, and this is, I think Mike said it, like you will be able like to do everything that you need to do, and I don't think there's going to be like any restriction, right? It's going to be pass KYC, right? And if you're able to pass KYC, then you can trade, right? No limits. Um, Cruise control, for example, with gold, right? One thing that is cool is that we are actually um, working on a pilot, right? So a pilot
Pilot,
is,
pilot of
yeah,
gold. So we could say gold's coming to coreum.
yeah, we can say
What the
that.
hell? Shit. It's got the
So when you
alpha.
work on a pilot, it's cool, right? Because you have a an enterprise that gives you like that institutional knowledge and that give like guide you, right? You building the platform, they tell you, okay, I need that, it needs to be done that way. So you are going to market faster and you reach product market fit faster. And with those guys, for example, the way it's going to play is that they will mint like a fixed supply to start with, right? Because it's a pilot. So let's say we start like with 10 ounce, 20 ounce of gold, right? And when that supply is gone, then we will reevaluate, right? If we put more or what we do. But that's going to be like step by step, pretty much.
And that'll just be in your cruise control portfolio. You'll have just a stack of digital gold that could be that's backed with real gold.
Yeah, yeah.
With your
Everything we do,
XRP, with your Solo, with your Coreum all in one place. Just make it all easy for people. That
yeah, yeah,
seems like a
exactly.
dream. And then, it's really
Yeah,
gonna be
we're
cool
getting
with the
here.
gold is like the problem with gold, 'cause I was super deep in the precious metals before crypto, like going deep into
Okay.
crypto. It's like there's a lot of benefits to it, but then when you try to sell it, it's very difficult to kind of sell. And then like you go to the dealers and they like price
Yeah.
gouge you. And
Oh,
then,
you mean physical?
yeah, if you
Like
have physical
in real
gold, and then
life?
you got the
Yeah.
security threat of it, like guarding it at your home. And
Hmm.
then also it's like, it's just sitting there, right? There's not many ways to just go and use it and yield. Whereas
Yeah,
if it's on this, you'll be able to do like DeFi stuff with gold,
exactly.
right? And like it's going to unlock that liquidity and make it available for
That
like lending and
flywheel.
borrowing, and it's gonna like free up a lot of like unusable liquidity and make it usable. And yeah, this is
Yeah, you go
exciting.
you go like provide gold LP, right?
Yeah,
To
gold
the pool.
liquidity pool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that'll be
So,
sick.
and that's the whole thing about tokenization, right? It's making those assets more liquid, easier to access, and faster to trade. It's simple as that,
Yeah, so if
right?
you want to sell your gold, boom, one button, it's sold. It's out of your hand. You don't gotta go drive down to the gold shop. You don't gotta
Exactly,
do that
exactly.
anymore.
And in the back office, what's happening, like the issuer, like he take the gold, right, that you just sold, or let's say when you mint it, when you buy it, what it's doing is actually go on the market, buy the gold, right? And then do whatever it needs to do, right? It take custody of it, right? And then you have a proof of reserve to make sure that what you have on chain actually match real gold reserve. But yeah, you remove that threat of you holding the gold directly.
I don't know if you're on this subject that much, but I was listening to a interchange space today with the CEO of like Skip Protocol. Well, I don't know if it's Skip Protocol, but of Interchain.
Yeah,
And they were having a
like
whole
more,
discussion
yeah,
about like Bitcoin being very accessible via IBC in the coming days, and
yeah.
like Bitcoin. And we were talking about another digital gold, like a bunch of like Bitcoin DeFi stuff happening in Cosmos. Do you think Cruise Control will dabble in that too? Like having Bitcoin on the platform?
Yeah, Bitcoin, it's like people are really like now doubling on how to use Bitcoin to do DeFi, right? So
Yeah.
one thing that is very popular right now is how do we leverage Bitcoin security for other application, right? For
Yeah.
example, um, and the whole thing is you could say like it's tokenization of Bitcoin in a sense, right? Because you need to a way to safely prove that let's say we have Bitcoin on Coreum or there's Bitcoin on Cosmos, how do you make sure that if I have one Bitcoin in Cosmos, that I really hold the same Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network, right? Because it's a representation, right? It's a wrapped
Right.
asset. So
Yeah.
you need that link. So not sure how they're gonna do it, but
But think
um,
about this, because think about how, because remember, I'm gonna get a little conspiracy on you with the rabbit hole, because you remember that. Let me turn the shared screen off. Um,
give me one sec.
you remember Bob took the photo with the El Salvador president, and he's got
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
mountains stockpiled of Bitcoin, and that's just sitting in a cold wallet, right? If he could tap in and leverage that Bitcoin with DeFi and like put that to work and earn yields and
yeah,
revenue off of that Bitcoin, he would be like, yeah, let's freaking go. So like I was thinking like that could be a possible like end game move for Bob and Coronest and El Salvador, that relationship, because yeah, I don't know, you've seen what Babylon's doing and with the
yeah,
whole like
exactly.
yeah, the Bitcoin and Cosmos. Yeah, so it seems like the Cosmos tech stack is made for like DeFi opportunities and interoperability, of course. So and then gold, real estate, everything like that coming as well. So man, it's
I'm
gonna
sure
be
they have
huge.
that in the I mean, maybe not like in the backlogs, but I'm sure they thought about it. Like the guys, like they for sure like thought about it. Um, but yeah,
Yeah,
so
I know Bob and Rez are Bitcoin fans too from back in the day. So yeah, I'm sure they're
yeah,
thinking about
100%.
that because that's a lot
I
of
mean, to create
value that can come
layer
over.
one, you have to be a Bitcoin fine, like to some extent, right? You have to believe in the vision.
Yeah, I was hearing that
Um,
Reza was like back in Bitcoin like in like 2013 or something. So he goes like way back. Smart guy. And then
yeah,
we're not even talking about the futuristic stuff that we can't even imagine yet, like AI, robotics, all this stuff coming to these blockchains. It's going to be wild. So, yeah, this is awesome what you're doing with cruise control. I can't wait to see what projects launch August
same,
1st
same.
and see all the fun memes and community projects that
Memes
get
and
launched.
exactly community project. Like, I mean, you never know what is gonna launch, right? How people are gonna use the platform for real. So
You know,
yeah, I'm
it'd be
super
cool what you could
excited.
do with the Launchpad is if we could also like launch a token and then turn those tokens into like having like governance power of it so then everybody could like
It's funny.
vote.
It's funny that you talking about this because I have a good friend from Dubai, which is working from Chainlink, and he was in Montreal like a couple of days ago for work, and we met, and he told me the same thing, the exact same thing, like almost word for words.
Really? Yeah, because I was
Yeah,
thinking like if there's no, because like and these are like almost all like CTO type community takeover projects where like
yeah,
the creator launches it, but the creator might not even have the biggest bags. They might be like a small shrimp, and some other people
yeah,
might come in and buy. And then like who's going to like lead the project? But then if you have voting power, everyone and it could be like an optional feature like, oh, this is just a DGen coin. But then other things could be like, oh, we're
yeah.
voting like put a setting where it's like, oh, I want to have governance power to these tokens. And then everybody that launches could then have like a voting power and that might motivate some people to buy more where it's like, oh, I want to get 10% of the voting power so I could,
Yeah,
do
it's another
yeah.
utility
Yeah, there's another
for the
utility and
token
another motivation, and then
to be part of something. Yeah, I
something that
agree.
makes us different than what's on First Ledger, the what's on Pump Fund because they have their approach, and then
Yeah,
this one you could do the governance powers to it because that's part of our tech stack.
but
And we
think
could
about
talk
it.
for hours and hours about ideas, man. We should probably wrap this up though,
Yeah,
but we'll have you come on again August 1st. Maybe we'll do like a launch party for something.
100%,
Get ready.
100%. But yeah,
Like a
thanks for
launch
having
party.
me, man. I appreciate it.
Any last words?
Any last words? Um, no, I mean, super excited, about where we at right now, like in terms of like cruise control, the market, the blockchain, like the community, like in general, like yeah, like super, super, like can't wait for the launch.
Awesome, guys. Make sure to follow Cruise Control on X. It'll be in the description below. Follow Helwan on Twitter. show him some love, support the project, and it will be going live on August 1st, 2 days away. So I'm gonna upload this video
Yes,
now,
sir.
and everybody have an awesome day. Peace.